My name's Oliver Heath. I'm an architectural and interior designer, specialist in biophilic design. I am delighted to be here at this year's Planted event. It's so exciting to be getting out, to be meeting people, meeting the brands, and I think important more than ever now to be kind of impressing upon people the importance of reconnecting people, spaces and nature through the lens of biophilic design. Over the last 18 months, people have seen just how important nature is, particularly from our absence from it. You know, we've seen wildlife streaming through our cities, heard birdsong in the trees, we've seen fresh air and cleaner skies. And I think from a human point of view, where we've been locked in our homes, the four walls that define us, we've realised just how important it is to get out, to be in nature, and how important it is to support our physical and mental well-being. So finally, being at a show that puts this idea of nature right at the forefront, front and centre of its very DNA, its ethos, is fantastic, because no other design show is doing this, really putting this idea of connecting people, spaces and nature and communicating that message to the wider design community and the general public. So we're sitting today in the Sleeping in Nature installation Planted. It's a beautiful little prefabricated cabin that can just be taken from place to place. It gives people the opportunity to get out of their home, to immerse themselves properly in nature. No Wi-Fi, no TVs, no distractions. Lots of beautiful natural light flooding in, the flickering flames from a wood-burning stone, the beautiful soft materiality of the space. You know, all this timber has literally been proven to reduce heart rates and blood pressure levels. All of this stuff is just absolutely kind of perfect for getting people to re-engage with nature, to de-stress, to help them recuperate from their busy, hectic lives, and to connect them with that sense of nature that is so important and fundamental, the stepping stone for how we engage with the wider conversation around sustainability and creating regenerative spaces in the world that we need to be living in the future. But one of the most exciting things I think about biophilic design is that it's an evidence-based approach to design. So it's backed up by 30 years of environmental psychology studies that demonstrate that when we connect with nature, it can do all sorts of amazing things to the buildings that are so important in our lives. You know, it can create schools where children can feel more relaxed, they can get better test results, they can work more effectively, they can learn faster, it can reduce the impact of ADHD. We can create hospitals where patients get better faster with less medication, workplaces that are more productive, more engaging with reduced costs like absenteeism, retail spaces where people want to spend time in. And amazingly, engaging with nature actually has the ability to increase people's perception of the value of goods. And of course, nature can bring many benefits to our home to create more restorative and recuperative spaces and set us up for stepping out into the world, a world that is probably more stressful than ever. You know, so essentially this connection to nature is essential for creating more restorative, recuperative and resilient spaces. Resilient in the way that we really need to be creating these spaces that allow us to face the challenges that we are facing ahead.